Am I putting 10 books on my TBR while I'm gonna be working full hours for the first time in my life? Yeah. Is that a smart thing to do? We don't know. We don't know. Hi, welcome back to my channel, or hello if you're new. My name is Marina, or Marina, however you want to pronounce that, whether or not you roll your R's, you know, I don't really care. Happy you're here. I took a bit of a 2-week hiatus, not that anyone noticed. The last time I was attempting to film, my phone that I film on ran out of storage, so naturally I decided to get a bit of a mental breakdown because of that, and then I procrastinated doing anything about it for like 2 weeks. But we're back. We're doing my April TBR. How is it April already? We don't know, but I am so happy that the days are longer. The sun is out. I'm looking at a cloudless, bright blue sky right now, and I'm so happy. I'm such a summer child. I was born on midsummer. I'm like daylight savings, not for me, bitch. Not for me. The minute the sun starts coming out, the days get longer. It's like I can feel it feeding my soul. It's like I'm getting my personality back. I'm like, oh my god, I still have one. I've missed me. Oh, it's insane. It's insane. I live in Finland, so the darkness is dark when it gets there. The seasonal depression hits hard. I feel like the older I get, the worse it also gets. Like, it's been tough. It's been tough, but it's daylight outside and I feel like myself again, and I'm really excited about it. Listen up, it has been a couple of weeks. March has been a lot of emotional turmoil, a lot of changes are happening in my personal life. I'm in the process of switching jobs for the first time in half a decade, and it's intense. It's intense to say the least. I personally hate change. I don't know if it's like childhood trauma or something, but like I do not like change, not one fucking bit. So it's been tough, and it's gonna be tough. I'm starting a new job next Monday, and I'm filming this on Friday. So a lot of stuff is gonna change really soon. This is my last full week in my current job, my retail job that I've been at for 4 years. So this whole week has just been me like grieving my own life basically, and just having one last shifts with colleagues who have been my friends and family for the past 4 years. It's heavy. It's heavy. Like this change is necessary. This change is good, but that doesn't mean I have to like it. Okay? Doesn't mean I have to like it just because it is gonna be good for me. So I've been dealing with a lot, and reading has definitely been a necessary escape, and it's just reminding me of how much I love my hobby, because it's just such a comfort to dive into a book. And I'm currently reading the House of Devils series, so just diving into this very extensive, deep fantasy world, into like these 700-page books, it has just been the perfect way to get my mind off of things, even though those books have made me emotional as well. So, you know, you win some, you lose some. But okay, enough rambling, let's get to my April TBR. So starting off, I'm not gonna be able to fully finish my March TBR. I have like 2 books that are gonna bleed over to April. Like I said, I'm reading the House of Devils series. I'm only now on book 3. So I'm not gonna be able to finish the 4th book this month, which really irks me, because one thing about me is if I start a series, I want to read it from start to finish during that same month. I don't know what it is, but it really like bugs me now that one book is gonna go over to April. Listen, I don't know if I have OCD, do I have ADHD? Is it just me being a perfectionist? We don't know, but there are some weird quirks and just problems that I have with things. But it's not that serious. I'm just gonna have to read that book on April. So yeah, the first book in April is gonna be what is it called? The City of Smoke and Brimstone, which is the fourth book in the House of Devils series by Kayla Edwards. I am enjoying the series so far. You'll obviously hear about the first 3 books in my wrap up next week. But yeah, so I'm gonna start April off with finishing my March TBR, so it's City of Smoke and Brimstone. Next up, another book that I didn't get to this month that I was hoping to get to. It wasn't officially on my TBR, it was like an extra if I have enough time, which I obviously didn't, and that is Daggermouth by, was it H.M. Wolf? I forget the author's name, but Daggermouth is also going to be bleeding over to this month. I read the blurb in my March TBR, so if you want to hear about that, go check that out. So those are the first books I'm going to be reading in April that are kind of bleeding over for my March TBR. So City of Smoke and Brimstone and then Daggermouth. Then on to my April TBR, we are finally getting to the dark verse. We are finally reading the dark verse. I had no idea that the books have been traditionally published. Like, so far I've just been eyeing the indie books and wanting to buy them for the longest time, but they were like $20 a book, and I was like, I don't want to do that. But now they got traditionally published. They still kept the original covers, they just kind of switched around the font a little bit, but beyond that they didn't change much about them. And the price, beautifully lowered. So I did order all 6 books. Mom, if you're watching this, you didn't hear that. I don't think she's watching, but so yeah, I am gonna be reading the dark verse. I don't remember the book's names in order. I know it's the Predator, and there's the Reaper, the Annihilator, and is it the Emperor? Yeah, obviously you're seeing the books on the screen, and then the last one, and then the 6th book I believe is just like an epilogue book that has all the couples in it. But yeah, very much looking forward to that. It's dark romance. I'm pretty sure it's mafia. Let me pull up the blurb of the first book so we can read that together. Okay. Dark verse, book 1, an enemies to lovers dark romance. This is also supposed to be true enemies to lovers, which we love. Okay. An Amazon top 20 bestseller. What happens when an unstoppable force meets an immovable object in a field of death? In the dark underbelly of the mob, Tristan Kane has been an anomaly. As the only non-blooded member in the high circle of the Tenebrae outfit, he's an enigma to all. His skills unparalleled, his morality questionable, and his motives unknown. He is lethal, and he knows it. As does Marina Vitalio, the genius extraordinaire daughter of the rival family. Of course she is. What Kane does with weapons, Marina does with computers. Oh, she's like, oh my god, we love that. She's like a hacker genius. Yes. When a 20-year-old mystery resurfaces, Marina infiltrates Kane's house, intent on killing him, unaware of a tie that binds them together. Hate, heat, and history clash together with unexpected sparks. But something bigger, something worse is happening in their world, and despite their animosity, only they can fight it down. Oh, I'm so excited. This is like in everyone's like god tier dark romance series. It's just, so happy about it. And I feel like this is gonna be perfect because I am starting the new job next Monday, and I'm gonna be working for full time for the first time in my adult life. So I will be working Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. till 4 p.m. And yeah, it's gonna be a lot, and I feel like my brain is just gonna be scrambled from the introduction and the training and all the new information that I'm gonna receive, because this is a whole new field that I have not worked in before. Like, it's an office job, so it's gonna be so much learning. So I feel like, well, once I get through like the fantasy book and the dystopian book, I feel like a dark romance series will be like perfect for this month, because my brain is gonna be so scrambled. So then when I come home and I read, I'm just gonna be getting to read like a giggly, spicy, hot, intense, action-packed dark romance without like an extensive like plot like a fantasy book where I would have to use my brain a lot. Sorry, I just thought a bird was gonna fly in. Yeah, I was scared a bird was gonna hit my balcony. But yeah, I feel like this is gonna be perfect for me to kind of just like put my brain on pause and just read something enjoyable, basically, and relax and not have to think that much, and just fun. It's gonna be fun, and I'm so excited for it. So The Dark Verse by Runix is finally going to be read by me this month. All 6 books, I'm hoping. And then after that, I figured we have a fantasy book, we have dystopian book, we have 6 dark romance books. Should I add to that TBR of 8 books? Probably not. But The Night We Met by Abby Jimenez comes out next week, and I do want to read that. But I've yet to read Say You'll Remember Me, which came out last year. I bought the book the minute it came out a year ago, put it on my shelf, and kind of forgot about it. I was in a reading slump all of last summer, so that kind of also is my excuse there. But from what I've understood, these are going to be like interconnected. So, because The Night We Met is listed on Goodreads as Say You'll Remember Me Too. So since that came out, I do feel like I now should also read Say You'll Remember Me. So that's the last two books I'm gonna put on my TBR. Say You'll Remember Me and then The Night We Met by Abby Jimenez. It's a rom-com. They're like maximum of 400 pages, I believe. So I feel like this would be a good like lighthearted addition. So now we kind of have every genre. We have fantasy, we have dystopian, we have dark romance, and then we have a fluffy but emotional and deep rom-com by by Abby Jimenez, I'm sorry. So I feel like these would be a good addition to balance out the TBR. Will I get to all of them? We don't know. Am I putting 10 books on my TBR while I'm gonna be working full hours for the first time in my life? Yeah. Is that a smart thing to do? We don't know. We don't know. I have no idea what my reading habits are gonna look like going forward from next week. I'm definitely gonna have to readjust them a bit and get used to this whole new rhythm I'm gonna have in my life. Obviously, I'm used to working nights, so now I do get off at 4 p.m. every single day. So I do have from like 5 till 10 p.m. 5 hours to read every night if I want to. Will I have the energy to, given how intense the training period is gonna be? We're just gonna have to find out. And yeah, I would like to do a reading vlog for Darkverse, but once again, it's up to my iPhone storage if it wants to be able to do that. Because sit down videos are obviously easier because it's just me sitting here for like 30 minutes max and they'll edit that down. But obviously reading vlogs, it's going to be me getting footage every single day. So it fills up the storage a lot quicker. So I'm going to have to figure that out. I do have a camera. I do own a camera, but my laptop is like almost a decade old, and B, my laptop storage is so full that I wouldn't be able to transfer the footage from my camera to my laptop. So yeah, I would like to get a new laptop eventually. Also, I don't know if I'm going to be provided one from the new job, so that's also an option. So we don't know. We don't know. A lot of things are up in the air. I did think I'd still just read you the blurbs of Say You'll Remember Me and then The Night We Met. So let's just check it out. Is Say You'll Remember Me on the shelf behind me? Yes, but I'm too lazy to reach down and get it, so we're just gonna have to read it. This is the blurb of Say You'll Remember Me. There's no such thing as a perfect guy, but Xavier Rush comes disastrously close. A gorgeous veterinarian giving Greek god vibes, all while cuddling a tiny kitten. Immediate yes. Oh my god, it sounds such like Gen Z slang. That's kind of... Okay, let me try to ignore it. That is until Xavier opens his mouth and proves that even sculpted gods can say the absolute wrong thing. Like, really wrong. Of course, there's nothing Samantha loves more than proving an asshole wrong. Unless, of course, he can admit that he made a mistake. But after one incredible and seemingly endless date, Samantha is forced to admit the truth that her family is in crisis and any kind of relationship would be impossible. Samantha begs Xavier to forget her, to remember their night together as a perfect moment, as crushing as they may be. Only no amount of distance or time is enough to forget what's between them. And the only thing better than one single perfect memory is to make a life, and even a love, worth remembering. Okay? I think it's like a right person, wrong time type of trope where they meet, there's chemistry, but then something happens and they can't be together, but they're gonna try anyway. Which sounds like it's gonna be a bit painful and frustrating. But I trust Abby Jimenez. So, okay, let's look up The Night We Met. I don't think this is gonna spoil anything. It's not like it's a series, they're just interconnected. I think we just meet the characters of this book. Oh right, that's right, I remember Larry saying that the character in this is named Larissa. In everyone's life, there's a split-second decision that can change everything. For Larissa, it came when choosing who to ride home with after a concert. That night, she had no idea she'd met the perfect man. She and Chris are great friends, co-parenting a slightly unhinged rescue Yorkie, sharing their favorite books and judging bread, pumpernickel for the win, for the first time amid all her side hustles to scrape by. Things finally feel easy. But she didn't choose Chris to drive her home all those months ago. She went with his best friend, and he became her boyfriend. All Chris wants is for Larissa to be happy. Standing by on the sidelines is slowly killing him, but making a move would destroy someone else. How can something that feels so right be absolutely impossible? So it is boyfriend's best friend trope. I don't think I've ever read that before. That also sounds painful and frustrating. Abby! But regardless, I'm gonna have my fun giggly time with Dark Verse, and then if I want to break my heart a little, I'm just gonna go to Abby Jimenez for these books. But yeah, those are the 10 books that I'm gonna attempt to read this month. Ambitious for sure, but then again, I'm gonna have every single night and weekends off. That's a bonus. I'm gonna be off every single weekend from next week going onward, from next week forward. But okay, very happy about this TBR. I'm so excited about Dark Verse. If you do want to get live updates of what I'm currently reading, please do follow me on Goodreads so you'll be the first to know what I'm currently reading, what I'm rating them. My Goodreads is just my name, Marina Savolainen. And yeah, please subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below telling me what you're gonna read in April, and I will see you for my March wrap up next week. Bye guys!